Shalom, this is GMS 100 Sit Downs coming back with a lesson. First off and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth and that rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect out there, spreading this word of sincerity and in truth. Gone back once again with a lesson. You know, this lesson is all gonna be concerning this meme right here that I just saw it on Instagram, and I saw this meme and I was like, damn, you know, for the brothers that know Dragon Ball Z, you know, Dragon Ball Zeto, for the brothers that know it, this is real right here, man. This is real. So what you see right here is you see go on and sell. You see the example. Go on gets beat up by Cell, and then you have the father of Go on, Goku. He's just watching. So it says that that's how the Most High is, you know, watching how his son gets beat up, and then Cell represents your life. You know, all the setbacks that you have in your life. Now, for the brothers that don't know this episode, what happened is Goku saw knew the potential that his son had, but he knew that he had to go through difficulties, through straits. He had to be tried, he had to be afflicted, he basically had to be beat up in order to receive his full potential, in order to receive his full power, or to gain his full power and to become stronger. You know, so that is the exact same thing that's happening with us, man. Hey, I'm telling you, that's why I'm telling you, man. When I saw this, I didn't even see this from a brother. I just saw this on the Dragon Ball page on Instagram, and I saw it, and I was like, man, this is real, man. This is real. This ain't no joke, man. You know, because what happens with us, we get beat up constantly. We get afflicted. We get beat up. You know, we get punished in the sight of men. All kind of things are happening to us, and it's messed up, man. I'm telling you, man. Sometimes, hey, I'm so tensed and angry and bitter, because this place is bitter, man. If you look up the word America, it says bitter too. So for the brothers that live in America, you know, don't want to put it on myself because I don't even live there. But every country in this world is under the influence of America. So this place is bitter, man, and the Most High is letting us go through the fire for us to receive our full potential and our full strength. Because like always with these kung fu people, you have a kung fu technique that is called tiger claw. Now, what do these kung fu people do training this technique is they constantly break the tips of their fingers by hitting them to the wall. They constantly break the tips of their fingers. So eventually, when the tips of their fingers is healed again, you know, more bone tissue gets added onto the bone, and the nerves are dying off, you know, and eventually they can smack you with that tiger claw technique in the face, and it basically will hit you harder than a punch, man. You know, on multiple spots, because every tip of the finger is gonna cause an impact. So what's the point of the thing that I'm telling you? The more you get broken down, the stronger you get. You know, the more you get beat up, the stronger you get. And this is really how the Most High is looking, man. You know, according to the scripture, this is how the Most High is looking, and he's even laughing. The scripture says the Most High is laughing. How you get beat up and how you innocently get jacked up for things or by things or in situations. The Most High is literally laughing at that. Why is the Most High laughing at that? I'm gonna go into it with the scriptures, man. So this is Job chapter 9 verse 17. So this is what Job was going through. So you can compare that episode of Go On with what happened to Job, man. You know, his father allowed him basically to get beat the fuck up, man. Basically get tortured and get mistreated by Cell, which is what's happening to us. We get mistreated by every individual, almost every individual that surrounds us, man. The Most High gives Satan the go to jack us up, to deal fucked up with us, to make us feel fucked up, you know. So these things are happening to us, and the Most High is just looking at it like, hey, this is what it is, man. Why is the Most High looking at us like that? Because he knows it will make us strong, man. He knows that with every pain and everything that we go through, it will make us even stronger, man, and will prepare us for the times to come. So this is Job chapter 9, verse 17. For he breaketh me with a tempest, and multiplied my wounds without cause. Because why? Job was righteous, man. Us Israelites in this truth, we can be compared to Job, man. You know, not with his righteousness, because Job was fully righteous, which we are not. But we get jacked up just like Job, man. You know, the Most High allows all these things. So it says, he will not suffer me to take my breath, but filleth me with bitterness. Yeah, that's the same thing with us, man. We are constantly filled with bitterness. That's why in the book of Revelation, it says, let me roughly paraphrase it. They love not their lives unto death. Let me grab it. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. You see, so our lives are not lovingly, man. Our lives are not filled with happiness. Our lives are not filled with joy, because we're waiting for something that is gonna basically fill the empty space, man. Because what we get being in this world now is only bitterness, man. Just like you saw with Job, until until we finish our course, man. Just like Job, until he got the strength to basically deal with the problems and the stress that the Most High put upon him. You know, he was ready to deal with it. The Most High gave him more than he already had, man. You know. So our lives are not lovingly, like I said. It's not no pleasure, man. It's only hell and bitterness, man. That's why the scripture says they love not their lives unto death. You know, sometimes the thought goes through your mind saying, man, death is better than being here in this hellhole, man. But then on the other side, the scripture says, blessed is the man that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. So that man that sees the fall of his enemy is blessed, man. You want to see this wicked ass kingdom go down, man. So on the other side, you like, man, I gotta endure and I gotta keep going, man. So back to the scripture in Job. It says, Job chapter 9, verse 18. He will not suffer me to take my breath, but filleth me with bitterness. If I speak of strength, lo, he is strong. Talking about the Most High. The Most High is omnipotent, unlimited power. And if of judgment, who shall set me a time to plead? You cannot plead with the Most High. You know what these females like to do when you tell a female, like when you tell your woman, your demon, like, hey, this and this is what's going on because you acted like this. You know what? Just stay home. You don't have to come. Just stay home. I don't want to see you. Yeah, why are you putting this thing upon me? Like that's gonna help. Like that's gonna make me act differently next time. That's not a good punishment. You are not in the situation. You are not in the position to plead with your husband on that case. If he thinks that's a fit thing to do, the same goes for his children. His children cannot say like, yeah, daddy, I don't think that this is a good way to punish me for what I've done. Shut up, man. Sit your ass down and do what I tell you. You know, you are not in a position to plead with me. the same are we not in a position to plead with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai concerning punishment and judgment. Just take it and leave it, man. You know, even if you don't want to take it, you can still leave it. You know? Verse 20. If I justify myself, mine own mouth shall condemn me. If I say I am perfect, it shall also prove me perverse. Though I were perfect, which Job was perfect, though I were perfect, yet would I not know my soul. I would despise my life. Yeah, our lives are being despised, man. We do despise our lives, man. Why? Because first and foremost, we are under this devil, man. We are under the Edomites, the so-called white people, man. We are in their captivity. You know? We are not able to please Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, a full 100%, man. That's impossible, man. You know? But we try to the best of our ability. Us being kings have to work for the people that in the scriptures are called the basis of men, the lowest of the lowest. That's not pleasure, you know. And as soon as you know this, and as soon as you find out, you know, you're gonna be in bitterness, man. Because what does the scripture say? The scripture says, "He that increaseth wisdom increaseth sorrow." You know, so you're gonna be bitter, man. In Ecclesiastes, it says that. Verse 22. This is one thing, therefore I said it. He destroyeth the perfect and the wicked. If the scourge slay suddenly, he will laugh at the trial of the innocent. So, like I said, man, like you see in this picture, Most High is laughing at the trial of the innocent, man. The Most High is laughing because why? The Most High knows what he's doing, man. Just like Goku knew that with this trial of fate, with this trial of afflictions, with all the pain and suffering that Gohan was going through in this episode, he knew that he would ascend to another level, man, and be stronger. That's why, man, Dragon Ball is a very spiritual anime, man. Get it out, you know. So Gohan was able to ascend to another level of strength, which at that time he was the strongest of all the Saiyans, man. He was the strongest, being only a young kid, you know. So like I said, if the scourge slay suddenly, he will laugh at the trial of the innocent. See, so the Most High is laughing at it because it's all about this, man. Romans 8 and 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed in us. So the Most High is looking at the pain and the suffering and your prayers, like, man, you know, this is messed up. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Baba Kusha, take this stress and pain away from me. You know, the Most High is looking at you like, man, just endure, man, just endure. You know, the same thing with Yahushai, man. Yahushai asked if it could be done another way. The Most High still let him go through the same thing, man, because the Most High knew, man, listen, this judgment that is going to be put upon you is for the sins of yourself and the sins of the people of Israel. You know, and after that you will sit on the throne and you will inherit the whole universe, the whole existence of what is, man, and what is not, and what is invisible and what is visible, because he is the inheritor of all things. You know, so as we are, like it's gonna say here, I believe, as we are joint heirs, verse 17, and if children, then heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Yahushai, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified with him together. Slakia. So we're gonna be joint heirs with Yahushai. So it's the same thing for us, man. Yahushai had to go through it, you know, to eventually receive the far greater things, you know, that we cannot even imagine, man. So the same thing goes for us, because we are joint heirs with Yahushai. We're gonna get a part of what Yahushai receives. That's why the Most High is looking at it like, listen, I let you go through all these afflictions, all this stress, all this pain, You know, so for first of all, you become stronger, and you're gonna be better focused, and you're gonna be well trained in this truth. And second, what you are going through right now is not even worthy to be compared with the glory, man. So it's like when you underwent a hard training, but then you go through an even harder training. You be like, man, this training that I used to get at my dojo was nothing, man. That was actually nothing, you know. Or when you see what you're gonna get after a hard training, you know, and you make it, and you become, let's say, the best fighter of the world, you're gonna be like, man, this training was all worth it, man. Because look what I have now. I only had to go through this harsh training to get where I am right now, man. You know? So the Most High is trying us to make us stronger, to make us perfect in the faith of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So this is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 9. Bear with me for a moment. Fuck this system, man. I'm telling you. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. So the men of the Lord, they are going to be tried, man. They're going to go through things. They're going to get messed up. They're going to be afflicted. They're going to be scourged, you know. They're going to be jacked up. All these things are part of the ministry, man. You know, we got to go through it. And the Most High is just looking, man. The Most High is just looking and observing his man. How you deal with this, how you deal with that. You know, so, yeah, the Most High is looking at how you deal with it. And you can still ask the Most High for guidance, man. Ask the Most High for guidance. And it might be that he will send a man on your path that is gonna instruct you on the situation, man. You have multiple brothers that went through things and that are going through the same afflictions, man. And I can talk about this. I'm going through some hell right now. And then I saw the Apostle Rhymelove made a video about the same exact thing I'm going through, and I felt the anger and the fury in his voice, man. I was like, damn, it almost looks like the Apostle Rhymelove is going through the same thing. Tawada for this video. You know, Tawada Apostle Rhymelove, man. Tawada Yahweh Hashem Yahushua first and foremost to put the spirit upon the apostle to make the video. You know, so I could be basically exhorted. Then yesterday, you know, the messed up feeling was back, and the stress and the bitterness is back. And called by my job in the nighttime, and I get up and I'm irritated. And I click on the video of the Apostle Rakar. Again, man, the same thing with the fury and the bitterness, you know, and the anger of the same exact thing that I'm going through. And I'm like, man, I believe they went through the same thing at the same time as me, man. You know, so this is just the Most High showing me at this point, like, see, you're not the only one. Everyone is going through this miserable time. You know, even the highest in Israel at this moment. You know, even the highest of Israel, the leaders of Israel at this time. You know, even they are going through this hell and suffering. So just keep your head up and keep moving forward, man. Because yeah, like I said, the Most High is just checking you out and observing you, how you deal with the situation, man. So this is Job chapter 23 verse 10. But he knoweth the way that I take. The Most High knows what you're going through and which ways you take, you know. And the Most High also looks like, listen, I got the perks right here, you know, that will help you. But if you don't ask for it, why shall I give you? So pray and ye shall receive. So if you pray, you know, for the Most High to direct your steps in the righteous paths, the Most High will help you with it, man, with your steps. When he had tried me, I shall come forth as gold. Now what happened? When Gohan went through all this pain and beatings, he became gold, man. Let me see if I can dig up that picture. So first he was like this, and then when he got beat up and got tried, he became like this, man. He evolved. He became stronger than ever before, man. You know? He became stronger than ever before. So that's the same thing with us, man. Getting beat up, the Most High looking at you like, yeah, this is what you got to go through, my son. You know, this is what I laid up for you, man. This is where you signed for, what you signed for, in this truth, in this ministry. This is part of the ministry, man. This is how your life is gonna look at. This is Slacker. This is how your life is gonna be like when you walk in the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. You're gonna be tried. Proverbs 17:3. The fining pot is for silver, and the furnace of gold for gold, but Yahweh tried your hearts. You're going through things, man. Isaiah 48:10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. What is the furnace of affliction, man? All the hell that you're going through, man. All the beatings, all the afflictions, all the pain and suffering. You know? Because it's not worthy to be compared with the glory, man. And because we have a race that we need to run, you know, which comes with pains, man. And the more pain you get on this side, the more you're gonna appreciate the glory, man, the pleasure, the beauty. If you were always broke, you're gonna appreciate being rich more. If you already had a lot of money to begin with, and you get more money on top of it, you're not gonna appreciate it like a person that ate peanut butter sandwiches for dinner, man, every night. You see? That's why you always see, like, when a bum gets served a 3-course meal, or a 6-course meal, 7-course meal, he looks at the meal like, man, this is the beauty, man. This is, you know, and he eats violently, and the people that are used to it look at it like, why are you tripping like this, man? Yeah, because this man never had this. So that's how we're gonna rejoice more in what we're gonna receive when Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai gives us what we worked for, man. 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 7. That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So when Yahushai comes back, man, you know, all the pain and suffering is going to be revealed, and it's going to be transitioned into glory, beauty, you know. Wisdom of Solomon, I believe, chapter 5 or chapter 3. No, chapter 3. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 4. For though they be punished in the sight of man, yet is their hope full of immortality, because we walking towards immortality. Do you know what it is to be immortal, man? Have immortal to be immortal and have immortal capabilities, man. Powers of a God. And having been a little chastised. So the Most High calls it a little chastisement. For us now it looks like, man, you know, I don't know how long I'm able to take this bullshit, man. You wanna bash people's head in, man. I surely do. At many situations, man. But you gotta keep your peace, man, because the book of Exodus chapter 14, I believe, verse 4 says, ye shall keep your peace, and the Most High shall fight for you. So let the Most High fight with them people, man, and deal with them people. You gotta keep your peace, man. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. Because why? We are giving our bodies as a living sacrifice, man. We are giving our bodies as a living sacrifice. And what does Psalm say? What does Psalm say, man? Let me grab it real quick. The book of Psalms. What is it, man? 53 or no, 51. The book of Psalms 51. It says, verse 16, for thou desirest not sacrifice, talking about animals, else would I give it. Thou delightest not in burnt offering. The sacrifices of the Most High are a broken spirit. So the Most High delights in you being messed up, fucked up in the head from the afflictions you're going through. The Most High, that is acceptable for the Most High. That's an acceptable offering. A broken and contrite heart, O Yahweh, thou wilt not despise. So the Most High is pleased by a broken and contrite heart. Now, if you go into the word contrite, the word contrite there in the Hebrew is dakah. Dakah, to crush, to be crushed, broken, collapse, to crush to pieces. That's pleasing unto the Most High. Seeing your spirit being crushed to pieces, man. You know, going through all this pain and suffering and afflictions. You might say that's harsh, but hey, you can't give the Most High no reason why not to, a reason not to do this. This is the Most High's movie, man. The Most High decides, and we just gotta play the scripture and endure the pain and suffering, because it's not worthy to be compared to the glory, man, which we gonna get. So in the world, they always say, yeah, don't be so negative, always be positive. You know, we know the negative part, but we got to look at the positive things that are ahead, man. That also goes for us. You know, these people speak on think positive and meaning forget all the negativity and look at the positive. You know, we see the negativity, but we got to look past it and not forget the negativity, but look past it and look at the kingdom, man. Be kingdom minded. You know, so that's it, man. Oh wait, let me finish this up real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 3:6. As gold is in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering, and in the time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign over them. Reign forever, which is Yahweh Shai, and we're gonna reign together with Yahweh Shai, but we are gonna shine. Now, what did I show you? We're gonna shine, man. You know, just like what they show you in Dragon Ball, man. We're gonna have this aura around us, man. We're gonna shine. We're gonna shine forth, man. And what did it say? We're gonna shine and Salakia. This one. We're gonna shine. Verse 7. We're gonna shine and run to and fro like sparks. Like sparks, man. Having sparks around us. Ultra speed. Spiritual power. So with that, I'm gonna say, call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahshai Bashem Rakak Wadash Barakatam. Shalom Akyam.